Hello everyone, this is Ali from 241 Coding, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a heartbeat animation using CSS. So for this we will be creating a text and a box, each one having an effect where when you hover it, it will have a heartbeat effect. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so inside of our HTML, the only things we'll be needing to create is our heartbeat and the div for our box. So by heartbeat, I mean the text heartbeat. So let's start by creating a div called container for everything. And then we'll create a div for our text. And our text is heartbeat, or that's the text we'll be using right now. Then we can create the div for our box. So we'll just create a div and call it box. Now we can go into our CSS once we link it. So in the head tag, we'll add the link tag and link it to CSS. So inside of our CSS, the first thing that we do is remove the default margin and padding. So set the margin to 0 and do the same with the padding. Now we can format our body. So we'll do body. Give it a height of around 100 viewport heights, which is the entire height of our screen. Now if I go ahead and just run the code right now, we can see that all we have is our text. So the next thing we want to do is center all of our text. So we'll use Flexbox for that. So we'll display it as flex. We will align the items in the center and also justify the content in the center. Now we have everything centered. We can give it a background to make it look nicer. I'm going to use RGB 36 for the red, and then set this one 36, and then 138, and this last one here to 202. So as you see, it's created a light bluish color. Now we can make our text a bit bigger, give it a color, etc. So dot text, and we'll give it a font size of 65 pixels to make it bigger, and a color of white so it stands out, and we'll give it a cursor pointer. Now what we can also do is change our font family, so we'll actually do that in here. So at the top we'll add the font family. You can use whichever font family you want. I'm going to be using this one. So as you see, now our font has changed. And now we can actually create the box so that we can see it. So dot box, a width of 200 pixels and a height of 100 pixels. Now the reason you still don't see it is because we haven't given it a color. So we're actually going to go ahead and add a background. I'm going to use hashtag F19006. And you see an orangish box. Now to center it properly, we're going to add a margin of 50 pixels and set it auto. So now it's properly aligned with the text. Now we can create the heartbeat animation. So we'll go ahead and do dot text hover, and we want to do the same thing for our box. So we'll also do dot box hover. So we're using hover because we only want the animation when we hover over it. So we're going to add an animation heartbeat 1.5 seconds infinite. So heartbeat isn't actually a CSS tag. It's going to be the name of the keyframes that we will be adding just now. So because we haven't added that yet, we see nothing is hovering yet. So don't worry, we'll be adding that now. So we'll do add keyframes, and we use the name heartbeat. So again, we have to use the same name, heartbeat. And then we'll do from curly bracket, and then do transform, scale, and set that to 1. Now underneath that, still inside the keyframes, we're going to add a percentage of around 15%. And we're going to again do transform, again scale, this time at 1.5. Now all the percentage values will be the same, just with different values. So we'll copy that 3 more times. So 1, 2, and 3. So we'll change the second one from 15%. So we'll change those first. We'll make it 20. The next one, 42. And lastly, 70. Now for the scale 1.5, it's going to be in a pattern. So it's going to go 1, 1.5, 1, 1.5, and 1 again. So now if we hover over it, we can see that it heartbeats. As long as we're hovering over it, it'll do that animation. That is why we added the infinite over here. And same with the box. If we hover over it, it will have a hover effect until we move our cursor off of it. So that's actually all there is to it. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, as it would really help me out a ton.